Shalom, family. Glory be to God. Blessed be the Lamb. Ever and ever. Evermore. It pretty much ain't nothing else worth me living for at this point except in service of my people and those who love God. And serving God's word. No one with any sense of morality could tolerate what's going on in America today. It is demon time. It is straight up demon time. I mean, in the midst of a economy that's gone south, at least for some of us, for most of us, over 50% of us, wages are stagnant, rents going up, can't afford a home, and them refusing to fix the problem. Their idea is to hide it, criminalize the very poverty that they themselves are creating. There should come a time when they swing at the end of a rope. At the end of a rope. As long as they can take money and go behind closed doors, you are what we in the parlance call fucked. Okay? That's what it is. You screwed. You screwed. Now, I want you to imagine this. You can't afford to rent anything. You can't afford to buy a home. It is illegal if you sleep in your car. It's illegal if you pitch a tent. It's illegal if you sleep on the sidewalk. It's illegal if you sleep on the park bench. It's illegal, but they're the very ones creating the very homeless population day by day. Day by day. And exacerbated it purposely. Purposely. How do you have a subset that is clearly in distress, but I'm going to bring more people over to distress them more? And then I'm going to criminalize them because they cannot keep up while I subsidize the people I brought over in favor or in unfavor of him or her. And we all try to sit back and be peaceful about it. They're not being peaceful about it. They're being economically and politically violent about it. Let me say this again. They're being violent about it. Violent. Okay? Wages have been stagnant 20 years. How dare you work 40 hours and can't pay your goddamn bills? And you watch your damn mind. That's slavery. There is no way that is slavery, and they have monopolized everything. 4 or 5 corporations running everything. Everything. Everything you eat, everything you see, everything you smell, they even running your ass. Poisoning the food. Luckier that the homeless, they gonna probably outlive y'all ass if it wasn't for the dope. Because they can't afford the poison. They can't afford the poison. And I see others shoving it in their damn faces every day. All day, every day. Shoving it in their faces. It doesn't matter where it actually came from. They don't even ask. They don't really give a fuck, actually. They really don't. But at any rate, in some areas, it's so bad that you can have your own piece of property and your own RV or your own shed on your property, and it's still illegal. Seems to me that you are now officially paying them to live. Not live as and have a house, a home, a car, a wife, a kid, and a husband, a family, and a pet. No, to breathe. To breathe. And if you cannot afford to pay them on the grid, then they want to put you in jail. They are willing to put you in jail for being poor. Put you in jail for being poor. You understand why? There's money in poverty. Yours. There's money in your poverty. Put you in jail, they get $250, no more than that these days. They get $300-400 every 24 hours that you there. But they won't give you that. No. They won't take that in money and it's used for social services and housing. No, it goes into their tax coffers and it goes somewhere else. They have went through society and they have decided that this subset should be advantaged and this subset should be advantaged and this subset, they should be advantaged and this one should be advantaged and these should be advantaged. And you still calling it fucking capitalism and acting as though you have no understanding as to why things are happening as they are. Because you're being led by sycophants who's never done anything right, just in their life, and they still live. Nobody whooped the living shit out of them. They live in an insulated society where I dare you to attack me for doing the obscene things in which I am doing. In which I am doing the obscene shit that I am doing. I'm going to make sure that my kids are protected. I'm going to make sure that my wife is protected. I'm going to make sure that this group and this group and this group and this group, and I mean, it's all social engineering. No. But boy, it's my Sabbath. Screw you. And whatever else could come out your head, you have to be sick. You have to be sick. Treat sick people like they sick, especially mentally ill people. They are see, I'm going to tell you something. And this may be slightly off the beaten path, just a little bit. You think that slavery only drove the slave mentally ill? And trust me, he's mentally ill. No, it drove the master mentally ill too. Crazy as a loon. Crazy. Have you not noticed? He cannot escape the legacy of slavery himself. He can't do it. He cannot do it. As long as he can get what he wants, and who gets hurt or take the brunt of it is black folk, he gonna do it. He's going to do it. End of discussion. He gonna do it. It ain't no if. He's going to do it. He don't give a fuck how he looks up until now, because in his mind, he's at the top of the social order. But he gives a fuck now. I guarantee you he gives a damn now. He gets stuck. He want me to be quiet. He want me to remain silent as he be the world's devil. He's most definitely our devil. He's the devil in my life, devil in the lives of my people too. He made himself that. He made himself that. In a discussion, he made himself that. Willfully and quite purposely. But this ain't about black folk. No, this is about rich folk saying we gonna do what we do and we don't have to tell you anything or ask you nothing. We'll do what we want to do, and if you won't do it, then we'll bring somebody over who will. That is it. That is it. They dumb and they dumb. They dumb with money and they just dumb overall. That's just the end. I mean, and everybody else is suffering. Everyone else is unsuffering. They've reframed everything. Everything. And what is the first thing after the midterms? Is this the midterms that they've done? Let's impeach Trump, which failed. I mean, man, listen here. Which brings me to what, what is wrong with your people? They would be my people, but they chose to be them other people's people, and I have to respect that. They want to be another people's people. Works the fuck for me. Okay? They want to be another people's people. So let's go right in on it. You do know that the impeachment article was brought by no other than, do I want to call this cat's name? Do I want to call this man's name? Not really. Not really. It ain't so serious that I would call his name, because it's clownery. It's buffoonery. It's, I'm going to do not what my people need. I'm not going to use my voice. I'm not going to use my position to serve my people. I'm going to use it to try to impeach Trump. Now, here's why this is important. Here's why this is important. Donald Trump. Now, can I say this? Can I say this on a Saturday morning? Donald Trump is undoing what the Democratic Party set out to do via their donor class who hate black people by migration. That's what's going on. That is what's going on. Donald Trump is attempting to remove what to stop the Democratic Party's plan, which is to crush black people for not voting for them, knowing that they lost their vote, lost their base, and this is their plan. And then they do it angrily. They do it angrily. I'm not only gonna not help you, I'm gonna intentionally hurt you. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Do it look like any Democratic city has made any motion anywhere to self-correct, fix the dilemma? Overwhelmingly, it has caused a exaggerated increase in homelessness. They just don't want to talk about it. They just don't want to talk about it. And when it comes to affordable housing, they simply don't want to do it. They never have the money. But in this city, I just watched them take some money and give it to some people who already got money. Okay? Already had fungible income, unless they smoking dope or something, making the kind of money that they make and putting it anyway. There's no reason for them not to have fungible income, meaning a savings account and a checkings account. If they're not, they're probably smoking dope. They're just probably smoking dope. It's none of my business. I mean, a man does what a man does, but I'm just saying, if he ain't making that kind of money and don't have a bank account or a savings account, or they say zero, or they in single digits or some shit, or even double the digits, I should say that we should check in for bees. Check in for bees. Or her. Okay? But anyway, I want to get back to what I was saying. This criminalization of being poor. It's no longer being, I mean, it's okay to be poor. You just can't look like it. It is against the law to look like you're poor. Yeah, that's it. That whole image of poverty just tends to turn their stomach. They can't take it. I mean, it just, their hearts are so tender, and they're so frail and so fragile that the sight of a starving, homeless, dirty individual created at the hands of themselves is just too much for them to take. They say sometimes they'll even faint. They'll even faint to have to catch them before they fall on mere sight of it, or they find them threatening. A guy that's starving that bad must be out to eat something or somebody. We already know that he ain't gonna get no food because he ain't got no money. So one of us gonna roll the windows up and lock the goddamn doors and get to the red light quick. He's looking at us. Don't make eye contact. Do not make eye contact. They're hungry and they're dirty. Roll the windows up. You guys are freaks. Fucking for I'd rather sleep on the streets with the homeless any goddamn day than, boy, at least they are honestly what they are. Ain't nowhere for them to hide. They honestly what they are. You, on the other hand, well, that's a whole another hill of beans, ain't it? Whole nother hill of beans. But this criminalization of the poor, and that's what it is. I don't want you to sleep there, because we might have to step over you with our lunch. We don't want the door dasher to fall down and drop our lunch or anything, and we don't want you to ask him, police? Yes, we have another one. Yes, he's obviously poor. Yes, he's obvious. Yes, sir, he's poor. Sir, can you afford a pizza? He said no. They always fall on for that one. He thinks I'm gonna buy him one. No, he cannot afford a pizza. He's poor. I'm at 6891 North Ackland Avenue. He'll be asleep on the sidewalk. Don't give him anything, not even a bottle of water. Okay, fine. You're on your way. We got that booger now, fucking criminal. So we gonna criminalize America's poor while while we fight the law. I'm just confused. People, they hate you. Nigga, Americans and niggas, they hate you. And it seems like to me that they're getting set for battle. If I didn't know of their fragility and their outright cowardice, it would look like they set in the field for battle. They've even went so far as said that migrants cannot be drafted into the military, but your ass can if you're poor enough. And ain't that something? I guess they gonna get the men all goddamn killed, and the rest they can have their way with the women. But that's me, and that's me just thinking how horrible that they think. They are that deep and devilish in their thinking. And I want you to know, do not forget who brought you this. It was a tandem. It was progressives, liberals, toss in some feminists, and toss in my favorite, their own black people. So that's what they told me. So you tossed it all in together, and this what brought you this. And now you're suffering. And guess what? Every last one of them lied. Now they openly say there's not enough jobs. How can there not be enough jobs when you just brought 20 million over? Now there's not enough jobs. There's not enough housing. And guess what? People, it just is what it is. If you don't stand up, you're going to die. Your children, man, you're going to owe your children an explanation. You're going to owe your children an explanation. And I ain't going to let you lie. I'm going to tell the truth about it. They laid down and they took it. That's what they did. in increasing numbers, day by day, they went into poverty, screaming and hollering and begging for help, and did absolutely nothing as, as if they were forced out of their jobs, out of their homes, stagnant wages, a less than a $8 a fucking hour minimum wage, working 3 damn jobs and still eating macaroni and cheese. Ain't that something? And they did absolutely nothing. They respected the government, they say. They respected the politicians. They had what we refer to as civility, as they was being marched to the equivalent of the gas chambers. I tell you, it's the most pitiful. This is, if I had to take a picture of this, I would put this picture beside this other photograph. I have it on my phone. 2 men marched 100 men to their death. 2 men with guns, let me say this again, marched 100 men to their death. Think about that, people. Oh, 100 cowards, 100 cowards, 100 cowards, and 100 cowards. And they all went dead by bullet wound. Stood up, lined up, and got gunned the fuck down on command. Ain't this something? 2 miles of walking, woods on both sides. Oh, I cannot feel sorry for them. But that's you right now. That's you right now, led to your own death. They're telling you openly, we're gonna eat you. You will be happy. You will not own anything, and you'll still be happy. And you will be poor, obviously. And you're gonna learn how to be happy. We're gonna put you on a card, and then we're gonna tell you what to do. Well, you be having sex on Friday, then I'll be free. It's gonna get just like that. Believe me, it's gonna get just like that. These degenerates and sycophants already have showed you this. How far are we from releasing the Epstein files anyway? 7 days or so? 10 days? 7 or 10 days? You are being led by occultists, pedophilic, dope-using child lovers. And that's on the light side of things. Some of them even eat meat. I'll be damned. Some of them even eat meat. But anyway, this isn't a digression into them. We already know what they are. Again, it ain't like they worked hard to get where they at. Nope, it's just they Pappy had some money. And then he died. He died, and they've been running wild ever since. They say they gonna teach the American people who's boss. Bitch, let me tell you something. You finna get taught who's the boss. I think the American people, the ones with sense, the ones with any kind of spiritual knowledge, already know who is boss. They already see what the fuck is going on. They know who's boss. You know why they know? You know why? Let me tell you why they know, man. Let me tell you why they know. See, if you take everything, food, shelter, water, relationships, and you induce pain, suffering, misery, and tears, guess what happens? When nothing else is left, they find God. They find God, bitch. You do understand that, right? They find God. They already know who the boss is. And why you sitting your dumb ass there thinking that, well, but whatever you're thinking, I won't even act like I don't know what you be thinking. I don't think you think at all. I just think you wake up with ideas and lurch from one fucking position to the next position and hold your finger in the fucking air and trying to figure out who's gonna support what. What do I have to say that this morning? Whose ass do I have to kiss? What do I not have to say? How do I have to walk? How do I have to talk to fill my belly today and maintain my ranking in the social order? You guys are real Vikings. You real fucking Vikings. Sorry, Vikings. They said bullshit. Bullshit, don't you dare. Sorry. Sorry. My bad. I just tossed you in there. I take it back. You're not like Vikings. You're most definitely not like Vikings. Vikings were survivors. Vikings stood on their own two motherfucking feet. Vikings went to war when they had to, not when they wanted to. You, on the other hand, are just the opposite, and you can't even fight. You can't even fight. You literally can't fight. You rely on the civility of everyone else not to whoop your ass while you busy driving them into poverty. They still respect you in your puffed up ass suit and your lapel pin. Some of them got 2 or 3 lapel pins. I even seen one that had, a flag and the Jewish flag. And I think he had some other strange ass symbolic shit. I look at the damn podium. I don't see the United States flag. No, I see the U.S. flag accompanied by the Israeli flag. I'm not going to talk about them pesky ass Israelis this morning. But anyway, in this criminalization of the poor, don't forget who's doing it. Don't forget. And then, oh man, you're going to have to do what you have to do. Rich people think they're safe. They think that they can react fast enough to what's going on to reach their bunkers and their underground cities, which they've already built, because they know sooner or later you're going to come and want to kill them. And we're going to help you. We're going to help you. Thousands of them are going to make it to their bunkers. You do know that, right? That's where we come in. That's where we come in, because we're going to make their bunkers their watery tomb. Their bunkers will become their watery tomb. Their cities will become, their underground cities will become their watery tomb. Did they not hear the Lord speak? Do they not hear the Lord speak? The Lord said, look at them. Look at them. They dig holes like rats. They dig holes like rats in avoidance of my wrath. They dig holes like rats in the attempted avoidance of my wrath. Do not they know my waters will seek them out, and that their holes will just become their watery tombs? Boom! See, we always got a plan. We right there like Johnny on the spot. We always got a plan, boo-boo. So run in your holes. Dig them deep. Insulate them too. Because you're going to be underwater for a spell. You... I don't care how you seal them. Sealing them, you can have the best seal that the world has ever created. Eventually, they will become your watery tomb. You get what I'm saying? And here's the fun part. You go in feeling safe, but on day 30, and day 35, and day 40, and all them people are still down there. Yep. And they getting a little bit antsy, and you scared to so much as take a peek outside. You know what it is. Shit, it's 30 feet of water above our heads. We're gonna die here. We may as well just start having sex and get sloppy drunk. Enjoy the rest of your morning, rich people, as you create impoverished masses, which will belong to us. See, you are stupid. Why do you keep trying to enlarge our ranks? Why are you trying to enlarge our ranks? Sir, we don't need any help. Our recruitment effort is just fine. Quit pushing these people straight into God. You stupid. You're your own worst enemy. That arrogance is something. You never think ahead. You don't have a linear train of thought anyway, but to not have that and have no fucking forethought, that is a dangerous combination, sir. A dangerous combination. It's been known to kill people. Lots of people. Lots, man. Okay? So, poor people, hang tight. They're going to keep doing just what they're doing because they're angry. They are. And not only that, you keep in mind that they're on dope and they work for the devil. There ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. I look in their eyes and I see dead people. Spiritually dead. Some of them, their eyes don't even reflect light anymore. They're that dead. They're that dead. They walking around dead. The only sign of life is a heartbeat. And that is the devil's standard. Does it have a heartbeat? Then it lives. What the hell? Sir, this is not right. I don't give a damn. You keep that heart beating, no matter what. And this is the truth. This is the truth. And see, oh man, this is in a time when 1% control 90% more wealth than the 90%. The bottom 90, that is obscene. In your cities, we don't have money for poor people. I know because you keep giving it to all the rich people. It's the kind of form of reverse Robin Hood. That's why I like you. That's why I like you. You are willing to do what others fear to do, or too moral, or just feel shame and embarrassment. But you're not like that. You're going to get the job done. You're going to get the job done. And that's what I like about you. And I want you to like me for the same reasons. They tell me that I am, what's that word? Relentless. Relentless. They call me many things. Relentless. No, I'm worse than relentless. No. Are you aware what's really going on here? Are you aware what's really going on here? I mean, this is going to sink in tough. Do I want to make this statement? But at some point, you really can't call it anything else. What's happening here is a metaphysical and a spiritual coup. It's metaphysical and spiritual coup de grace. I'm gonna say this again. This is a coup de grace. You do know what that is, right? Huh? This is a play for power, against power, a coup de grace. Huh? In its finest sense, they say that they're going to starve everybody. I say that I'm going to kill them for it. And that just makes them even angrier. That's why God says, many of you will lose your lives for my name's sake. Because they like that. They're like that. They don't have a God, and so they take it out on you. That's the truth. None of their gods talk to them. They have done all kinds of things to reach their gods. And the best they can do is come back with some already hell-bound, dead-ass spirits or some demons. And that's at the top of their game, which we don't give a damn about them either. And the demons, they play them like fools. They play them like fools. And they act the part. So, at 34 minutes, I'm going to let you guys go. Something's fundamentally wrong here, though. And they've put in an enforcement apparatus to put you in jail so they can make money off of you. I mean, how do you get money out of poverty? Easy. Boy, this dude's a pimp. I mean, you guys are pimps. Damn it, Jim. You guys are organized criminals, dude. I mean, I, I'm impressed. I'm fucking impressed, man. I can't understand how you're getting around the law. Well, because you are the law. I mean, this is an impressive operation. An impressive operation. I mean, I look at the size and the scope of it and the determination and the fervor put into it. This is 100% hate you. I don't give a damn if you stall. I am not going to fix the problem. There will be no affordable housing. We're not going to do it. We don't give a fuck if those houses that we built stand for year after year unsold. I suggest to burn the motherfuckers down. I told you this from the beginning. Everything I said has come to pass. Everything I've said in the last couple of years have now come to pass. Now, what would it look like if you, in the beginning, had to show the bastards that they're going to have to put the cops on every block, not some flashing ass lights? No, because on every block, they're going to smell gasoline. There's somebody with some gas nearby. And every time they do a fresh start, you had burnt the motherfucker down. Then that would have sent a message. They're not going to let us do it. The cost is just too high. It's just too high. This is why I tell you, never let your enemy create facts on the ground. And a bit of end of day housekeeping. Listen, Negroes. I'm talking about the Negroes. K-N-E-E-G-R-O-S. Negroes. I used to get confused. I used to wonder where they got them from. I used to think that, man, listen, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Listen, if you're not going to speak for us, you might want to move. You might want to move. Trump, I'm going to say this again. I mean, whose side are you on? I got to ask the question here. Whose side are you on? What your party has done has decimated the black population, and you still act like you don't see it. So this will be my last time asking, are you friend or foe? Because I don't know how you can witness it and make six figures, make yourselves millionaires. I think, anyway, make yourselves millionaires and never represent your people. Do you know I can't point to one bill outside of a study, one bill that's ever been brought to the floor to be argued on behalf of black people, ever? How long have you been sitting your black asses in this office and this office? I'm a representative. I'm a congresswoman. I'm a congressman. For what, 70 years now? 75 years? You could do a whole lot in 75 years. You know what? So before I fucking attack you, and I'm going to, I am going to, it's going to be rough. I'm going to put you on the opposite side of God, whether you want to be there or not. You're going to represent the devil openly. You're going to represent your lover openly. You're going to represent your owner openly in the eyes of God and angels. So get ready. Get ready. Okay? Get ready. And I'm going to be calling you by name. Now, these people have said that they own you. These are not my words. These are their words. They own you. So that means that you must have some kind of an understanding or some type of an agreement with them in terms of such said ownership. Now, my personal theory is slaves can't come to understandings. Slaves can't come to agreements. Slaves can't sign contracts. Enjoy the rest of your morning. I am Source. I'm 7. I am 1.